David Chater Flash making his debut down the straight this weekend. He's had 4 trials, so what's your overall impression of him leading into Sunday?
I think whatever he does, he'll improve a lot on. His trial down the straight was solid, he won, and there's good form out of the trial already, which is promising. But he was a bit green on that day, so I think with racing, he's got ability and he'll just keep getting better.
Is that something to do with the cheek pieces as well? Because he's had the cheek pieces on one trial, but he didn't have them on in a recent trial.
Yeah, so we didn't have the cheek pieces on, but if you watch the trial carefully, going on to the course proper, he lost concentration and needed a bit of a slap. And he picked up, and Zach thought he's just a little bit green at the moment. So while he's young and tender, we thought it will help him concentrate and focus looking forward.
It looks like he's got plenty of natural speed, though.
Yeah, and he's drawn a good gate. He'll run a good competitive race, but it is a competitive Class 4.
Mark Everluck going around at the weekend. Barrier 14 first up, still won, but not many get up to what he did on the turn and still win. What were your immediate thoughts when watching that?
Well, the first part of the race I was pretty comfortable because he got across quickly from the outside gate and found the fence, so I thought it was going to be plain sailing from there. But well, he just spotted that the big green tower and the box there at the 600, and he shied and ran out. But once he corrected himself, I was confident in the straight once he started to come that he'd get the job done. Wasn't ideal for his first start. He's had to jump through a few hoops to come back to the races. He's had a gallop on the grass down on the inside and completed that well. He's had a trial and he did that just as impressively. So Barrier 1's a big help on Sunday, but he still has to do everything right.
Yeah, so he's got gate number 1, and that looked like it should be really beneficial for him this week, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, he'll find the fence. And look, with the rail out, he's probably not as close to that position as he was at his first start. So it may be a benefit with the rail out as well, but he looks to have made improvement. But, he's carrying top weight. He's going to need to do everything right to win.
Quickly on from the weekend as well, My Wish, how's he come through the run of the mile?
Yeah, really well. I think just the 3-week turnaround into the 14th is going to be better for him. 5 weeks between runs for a horse. He's just a high-energy horse, and he was a bit fresh on a fast pace. It just told late on him, so I think we'll see a better version on the 14th.
Matthew, pray for Moore on a backup from the Jockey Club mile last week. Significant drop back in grade this week. How do you feel about his chances, even though he's got gate 14?
Look, he's very fit, he's very healthy. Unfortunately, the last couple of times the race hasn't been run really to suit. Last time he was on the fence without cover, and the other one outside him just put a bit of pressure on him. And both times he hasn't run well, that's happened, so hopefully he can get a better run this time out.
There are a few other sort of pace influences in the race, but can he get across from that wide draw?
Time will tell. He's got enough pace. As far as I know, he's put up well. Like I said, he's fit, he's healthy, so there's nothing wrong with him. So we'll be going out trying our best.
He's usually a pretty honest horse, isn't he?
Yes, he gets the right run. He always puts his heart out there and he puts the right foot. So if he can get a nice run in transit, there's no reason why he shouldn't run well.
Andrea, Crimson Flash, it was a good training performance from Mark Newnham to get him back and win first up with a big weight. How did you rate the run?
Yeah, I thought it was a great run. He was obviously trialling quite well going into it. He's a horse that we've always liked. He obviously showed a lot of promise last season, winning at the Valley a couple of times, and he obviously had a little setback, which put him away for the rest of the season. But he came back and strong, and obviously first up on the straight, which he did run well on his first ever run here in Hong Kong. He won quite nicely. So, and it felt that there was definitely a bit to come from him. So yeah, it was a good performance.
Looked like when you really asked for the maximum effort, he really lifted, fair to say?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he travelled quite comfortably, considering he was dropping back in trip. But his first round, it was a little bit fresh, and but yeah, when I let down, he really picked up quite nicely and hit the line strongly. So it was a good performance, I thought.
You've worked him since. How does he feel like he's improved since that first up run?
Yeah, he hasn't done a lot in between. A nice gallop on the grass, but he seems a good order. He's moving well, and he's obviously up in class with a lightweight, very competitive field, but. Is he entitled to take his chance?
You've been aboard one of his main rivals in the race as well, Colourful King, his last couple. Did you have the choice at all?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, I can only ride one horse in the race. It was a shame to sort of let him go, but he's a very good horse. Obviously, Conor King is a horse that he obviously ran very well in the Valley, and he's dropping back in trip, which won't be an issue. We're sort of both drawn out a little bit, but I'd say my fella with the lightweight, with the bottom weight, is a horse that's still improving, and he's one of those horses in the field. Same as a Conor King, they could be anything really.
Vincent, Alpha Strike, an impressive winner on debut. We're down the straight. He looked pretty professional in that race.
Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely ride. Very nice quality horse. Got really good gate speed, and he sustained the run really well. So, I'm happy to be on him for sure.
Extra £6 this week and up to 1,200 metres. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no worries. He's a muscular horse, and he's a big boy, so no worries for carrying heavier weight. But and 1,200, surely no problem, because he even at 1,000, I feel like he should go a bit further, which 1,200 would suits him too. And of course, he got good gate speed, and we got a good draw, so. Wherever is comfy, as long as he's not over racing and relaxed, was fine.
How'd you feel about the trial the other day? He was on the dirt. He ran second or third, I think it was, to Packing Hermod there over the 1,200.
Yeah, we gave him a good stretch out that day, and I'm very happy the way he is going. So no worries for that for sure.
Wednesday night, you left it to the last possible moment to get into the IJC. Obviously, you're a previous winner of that race, so no doubt great to be involved in that again.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the last race would win, but it was great to have two for sure, and to be in the IJC means a lot for sure. After 7 months off, and had great support from my ex-boss Casper Founts and Francis and all that. So it was, I'm really grateful for all the support and of course with everyone's patience as well.
Blazing Wukong going around in the last. He's on a 7-day turnaround, obviously beaten by the draw, but the run was very, very good the other week.
Yeah, he was unlucky not to win, really. If we get a good draw out, he would definitely would have won, I'd say. He's not had much luck with the draws, but luckily we got a decent draw on Sunday. We got a good draw on Sunday, and he's sort of up in class with a lightweight again. But he's stepping up to a mile too, which the way he sort of hit the line the last day, you think the mile will suit him. And it's a horse that we like a lot. He's just not as apart from his first round when he won, he hasn't had the rubber to the green yet, so hopefully he can get out on Sunday.
And with that draw, it looks like he should be able to certainly sit a lot closer than he did last week.
Yeah, I'd say so. Hopefully with a draw, he's a very straightforward horse. He's a horse you can actually do anything with him. So with a kind draw, hopefully we'll be able to get a more forward position and sort of give him every chance. It's a very competitive field. There's a few, sort of young horses in the race too, very similar profile to him that look like they could be anything. So, but they're giving us quite a bit of weight, so hopefully that could make the difference between winning.